Oh, yes, it's ladies' night and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Ladies' night and I feel all right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night on disco floors. Hey, peoples, wake up. Y'all better wake up. How you doing? She Talk Too Much. And Erica J. Moderator. God before everything. Merry Christmas, people. We got one more day. St. James is here. Brielle. Hope I said your name right. Margaret Crushing. Child, I'm gonna come back here. I guess I gotta still talk about this story. It interests me. This situation between let's get all the names right. So it's Christian Keys versus Tyler Perry. They're not supposed to be versus Tyler Perry, really. This case started off by, here's the situation. We can only talk about what happened with the original lawsuit that brought all this to being, right? We don't know what happened between Christian Keys and Tyler Perry. That is something separate because they were both being sued. Correct? There's a guy, his name is Larry Lamont Ledford. Larry Lamont Ledford wrote a book. Right? Now, I can't tell that Larry's book was ever published because I can't find it on Amazon, which basically all books appear, and I can't find it on Google. So perhaps this is a book that he hadn't even published yet. He sent it to an attorney. What's the lady's name? The attorney's name was Dana Thomas, LLC. He sent it to an attorney. She said she has to look over the product if she's gonna represent it. She's I guess an entertainment attorney. He's trying to shop this project of his, but she wants to see it first, right? Well, this happened around 2020. And he's suggesting, or he's accusing her of forwarding his story, apparently his unpublished story, since I can't find it, his story, he forwarded it to Tyler Perry. Apparently Tyler Perry read the book, right? Then Christian Keys wrote a book called Ladies' Night. Now, both of these books are about male strippers, about a woman who runs, I guess, the biggest strip club in Atlanta, right? Similar storylines. However, this man says that much of his book, the one he sent to the lawyer, which is supposed to be confidential. First of all, sir, Larry, you shouldn't be sending out your work unless it's copywritten, right? You need proof, evidence. Because they're going to argue. People, whatever. Let me slow down. Okay, so the man came across this new TV show that happened around 2020. The TV show is called All the Queen's Men. This is a story about these strippers in Atlanta. Christian Keys, he's complaining about somebody trying to pay him money to take his clothes off, although that's all the book is about, people taking their clothes off. His cover is about, I mean, we're all familiar with this infamous crosshairs across his chest, right? Because he's always taking his clothes off. So I don't know what the big deal was. It might tell you to take your clothes off. I ain't going to touch you. I just want to see you, kind of thing. That's kind of what the book is about, right? Anyway, the man said that this book much more resembles his work than Christian Keys' work. Although Christian Keys has the credit for writing and producing this book, writing the original novel, and the novel is available. It's available on Amazon. And production. That's the production is when Kim and Tyler are going to fall out, right? Anyway. So his gripe is, and he's suing for, I think, a couple $100,000. Don't quote me on that. That's allegedly. But the man said the story resembles his book. There are certain characters that appear in this TV show that do not appear in Christian Keys' novel, right? So I guess this is semantics. It seems like Larry is doing this on his own. He doesn't have a proper representation. A lot of people, they're cheap. They don't want to pay for no lawyer, and the lawyer take a third of the money and all that. But you need, you can find an attorney. All you got to do is use Tyler Perry's name because they smell money, right? And do the thing properly. So it was thrown out of court two times, and now the third time is still pending. He has to prove that this story is his story and it's not Kristen Key's story. I don't know how they ended up writing a very similar story about male strippers. Is not something that's usual, but that's not really the issue here. So that's the thing they got going in court. The big issue here is the situation between Christian Keys and Tyler Perry. So we're going to talk about that a little more, I guess. But I think it's kind of I won't say a punk move. They don't like the word punk. Straight men don't like the word punk, so we'll use other words. I think it's pretty low that if you're having a legal dispute with Tyler Perry, who is your employer, I don't know, you should be recording him and coming out with all these accusations and dragging him through the mud if you're having a legal dispute. The legal dispute is he wants to accept credit and the money that goes along with it, as this is a story based on his book. He is the producer, I believe. The other guy said, no, this is not your book. This is my book, and I can show you, and they go through line for line. So that's the whole situation, I guess. Right? I don't know why Tyler Perry wouldn't just, if you wanted to use that guy's story, pay him, right? I write myself. I can understand the frustration if somebody takes your work and uses themselves, right? It is a serious copyright infringement, but it seems like something that would be handled financially, where the guy would get a cut. He should get something. Many writers will tell you that when they're writing their stories, they don't read other books in the same genre, right? And I've heard this explained many times. If you're writing a murder mystery, you don't want to be reading other murder mysteries. Why? Because you're, even subconsciously or however it happens, that story could end up in your story. So, right. So that's why they don't do both at the same time. So it's a legal mess, but it's still a low of you, Christian, to attack this man. Is he still working there? I think they have another season coming up. I don't know how they will work that out, where I'm sure they have contracts and stuff like that. But if you're working with Tyler Perry, so I guess Tyler Perry wants to say, well, you lied to me. You misrepresented this book, and you told me that this story that you were the producer of is based on your book. Now, does that mean Tyler Perry read both books? Tyler Perry read both books. Yeah, Tyler Perry's not claiming to have written anything. Anyway, what y'all think? Y'all been following the story a little bit? It's what they're talking about this day in Christmas season. But Christian needs to get off this shit about how he's so devastated because somebody wanted him to take his shirt off or take his clothes off. I mean, that's what you're promoting. The book is relatively new. It's about strippers. I mean, if somebody told you at a party, well, strip. I want to see your body and all that. We got hot and all that. But this man, most of his promotional photographs, they all got his shirt off. So what is he so squeamish about? So he wants to hurt Tyler Perry. He still hasn't said the man's name. He's playing in people's face, giving out little clues. I don't know why clues are even necessary. You laid it out the first time. It's very obvious who you're talking about. I don't know why people are so scared just to tell the truth. It's obvious who you're talking about, child. You're not in litigation with anybody else. This damn thing fell 20 or so days after the lawsuit dropped. This is when he started attacking Tyler Perry. So they're going at it. I don't know why Tyler Perry just going to get the fuck out if he's working for him. But many times they have contracts. So I guess their fight is over ownership of this TV show. And he's willing to do this to this man over this ownership. I don't know if Tyler Perry will say, okay, you take all the credit. You take all the credit. Oh, well, you've already shot your load, bro. There's nothing left there. I mean, you're going to out him? He's already outed. How y'all doing today? I see some of y'all in a Merry Christmas mood. Marguerite Cushing, all Wiley. Hello, everybody. Hi, Nikki B. I couldn't think of a song about people fighting over books, honey. But yeah, it's easy to copyright things when you don't see it. Nobody see it until it's copyrighted, and they do it automatically on Amazon. I don't know why this guy. A lot of people are self-publishing. People are just not reading like they used to read. But this is getting an awful lot of publicity, which makes me suspicious. I'm always suspicious when these guys come over here with these wild stories and they get all this publicity, and it's all anybody can talk about for the next week or so. But he has to split this time now that he's getting with TD Jakes. TD Jakes is going through it. Throw me through the rushes like Moses. Roll me through the rushes. They're rushing TD Jakes through the rushes, honey. They calling the man. They talking all up under his clothes. They're saying him and Puff Daddy got a love affair. Now they're saying that, of course, after this stuff takes fire on here, anything is liable to be said. Now they're calling the man a power bottom. I mean, it wasn't bad enough you just call a man a bottom. You will call him a power bottom. How the hell did you know about somebody being a power bottom, child? So the power bottoms are the ones who say, move me over here. That ain't it. I ain't it. Move me on the other side. Oh, that's it right there. Stay right there. Stay right. That's a power bottom. Somebody's controlling from the supposed to be a submissive position. Right. Now, ain't no way in hell nobody gonna know no shit like that. They got TD Jakes going to sex parties and all that. I just can't imagine that man up in a sex party, honey, letting all these hustlers, hookers, and shit know who he is for one damn thing. If he's a religious giant, why in the hell would you have that kind of exposure over a piece of ass? Whatever. What y'all think? Hi, y'all. Oh, look, Dobie in the mood, honey. Girl, you in the Christmas spirit. With all the emojis and things. Did I miss the singing? Please say I did. No, the singing is occurring over there on Jay Wilson page. Go get some of that, honey. Nikki B, did you see Jay Wilson? He was singing. And the sound, with no sound, honey. He did that for goddamn 2 songs. People kept telling them, girl, we can't hear you. Can't hear you. You're grateful. You should be grateful. You couldn't hear it. It's amusing. Go over and see him. Merry Christmas, Nikki B. Oh, ain't that sweet? He says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Taylor Made. Let me do my Jay Wilson impression. I don't hear no cash apps. I don't hear. I know y'all want me to sing. Just give me them cash apps. Just give me them cash apps, baby. Jay Wilson already tried to build a new audience, honey. Them people ain't giving you no money. They barely know you, Jay Wilson. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. God before everything. What happened? Yes, did you did, Nikki? Oh, well, I gotta see what I'm being nosy now. I gotta go see what they're talking about. Don't tell him. Tell me what? Not yet, Nikki B. What is not yet? So I can't believe that it is Christmas Eve tomorrow. A whole nother year gone. Honey, you don't appreciate these years after you get to be a certain age, honey. It's just another, the older you get, the faster it goes, right? I'll be 66 years old. Lord, have mercy. But it depends on your perspective, how you look at it, honey. I should have been dead in my 20s. In my late 20s, they pronounced the death sentence. And here I am. Here I am, baby. Oh, here I am, baby. Come and take me. Take me by the hand. Oh, show me. You have to be a real Al Green fan to hear all that. Those back channels. Let me see. Welcome everyone to the chat. Okay. Hi, Wildcat. Are y'all tired of hearing all this damn boy yet? This reeks of being a publicity stunt. That's what I was saying. Right. Anytime you got people talking about something, right? They got all these scandals about The Color Purple. Well, The Color Purple premieres day after tomorrow, right? So I'm just suspicious of all that. That's what publicity departments are for, to get people talking about something. We had no idea about the situation with this guy is accusing you of stealing his intellectual property, right? So I guess that's a good thing. A lot of people are going to go and watch that show. I went to see what it was about, BET Plus, but I've made a commitment that I'm not signing up for no more of these goddamn, what do you call them? Streams or some shit. No more. I cleared them all out, honey. I'm sticking with Netflix, Amazon, and what else do I have? Some stuff goes with this kind of basic cable I have, but that's it. I don't do it. A lot of them have the same movies and stuff on them. So maybe a lot of people will go over there to BT Plus and see what this thing is about, right? It looked like it's a pretty good production. I didn't even know what it was. I thought it was some kind of reality TV involving Tamar for some reason. She must be doing something with Queen in the title as well. But no, I'm not paying them nothing. I don't give a fuck if it's $1.99. I'm not paying no more. And you got all this money coming up. That shit adds up, honey. You're not paying attention to it. You didn't sign up for 5 or 6 YouTubers. You got streaming services. You didn't sign up for, everything's got to be paid for. Even though it's done, that's $9.99. That's $22.99. That's $4.99. You didn't forgot all about them, honey. You got a whole line of all this stuff's coming out of your check. No more. No more, baby. I finally got rid of that cable. I'm so happy. It's been over a year now. I do not miss it at all. I'm not missing out on anything. Not on. Oh, look at Charles Dawson. Happy holidays, Charles Dawson. Where you at? What's going on? Wouldn't be right if he didn't give us a A and B Christmas vocal selection. Oh, you got suggestion? I can't think of no Christmas songs. I'm gonna get to know you better this Christmas and on the fireside and Santa Claus going straight to the ghetto. That's all I know. What happened? 50 degrees is pretty chilly. Who had 50? We're at about 70 here, I think. But it's been raining for the last 2 weeks. Hi, Miss Tracy. Happy Merry Christmas, Tracy. How you doing? Please don't. Let me just see who that is. I don't know you. They can call back. Merry Christmas, Tracy. So, Tracy, has your husband moved in with you? Your boyfriend? It sounds like you were saying that he's either going to live with you or he's already living with you. Which is it? It always makes a difference. I mean, you can split your bills. Nothing else, honey. Please don't, Nikki B. Please don't. People should be singing Christmas songs. They think singing is about making beautiful sounds. No. You sing because you're happy. I was going to ask what, Wildcat? What's all this damn phone calls and stuff now? What the hell? Okay. Hold on a minute. I got to see what this is. Hello? Amazon? Okay. You got to put it in the second door, right? Okay, hold on a minute. Oh, shit. 9. That's the Amazon man. That's my doggy treats. These days, you gotta when they tell you that you got a package, you gotta run down there before somebody steal it. Queenie, calm down. You gotta run down there, child. The bandits are out there. Be quiet. This is a secure building, but people bring trade home and so forth. People who are not connected to the building, they'll pick up something on their way out because they got to walk through our package to get out the building. They don't care. Some piece of trade you done drug home, honey. Baby, what's the problem? What's the issue? Be quiet. Be quiet. Excuse me. Excuse me 1 second, people. I'll be right back. Too late. No. Get your ass in there. Ding dong. Ding dong. Okay. All right. What were we talking about? Let me see what y'all talking about. Yeah, I've been in Gulfport. I live in Houston, but they're here in New Orleans partying with friends. Oh, you in New Orleans, Charles Dawson? Here in New Orleans partying with friends and just have, oh, that's nice. Charles Dawson's a working man, honey. He can take vacations and things, travel. That's right. Merry Christmas, brother. I missed you. See what else somebody says on here. Crystal Scott, Tim, I'm broke. Or what would love to cash app? Yeah, that's a good idea, Crystal. Tell him. Preach it. No extortion in my future as I stay broke. I can relate, honey. You done the singing? Oh, that's so nice. Thank you, Crystal. It's nice to be appreciated. Jay Wilson needs cash for them Ozempic. Oh, allegedly. Who knows, honey? You'll never get the truth out of her. That is Santos. That's our Santos. If they ever did an expose on that fool and somebody investigated him, you're going to find out everything Jay Wilson says is a lie. He just creates what he calls a character on here, honey. Ain't no character. It's you. Shit. It's your mouth talking, your computer. You sitting in your house, your chair. That is the real you. All this shit about you got a character. What's the character name? Shit. Oh, that's Jay Wilson. You are the girl. We brought out the real you, Jay Wilson. It took a while, but you have come all the way out the closet. Now you should be happy. All the way out. You need to write to TD. Y'all think TD Jakes gay? Well, you can't say a person's gay. I mean, he's bisexual. Now, I think it's pretty shocking to me. You know, TD Jakes recently started changing his stance on homosexuality. But when they were having this fight about gay marriage, he was just as bad as the rest of them. He used to speak on it just like all the rest of them, honey. But I'm grateful that he is growing up. He has grown up quite a bit. Most of them have grown up quite a bit in the last 10 years. But it's shocking to me that he would be bisexual. They done talked all about the man's family. They done said who is gay apparently there's quite a bit of gay going on there. His 2 sons are gay, although they're not his biological kids. They're his adopted kids. So there are his children, right? They're actually Sarita's children. And I don't think there's any scuttlebutt about the younger one. But I don't think TD Jakes is in no sex parties with Puff Daddy. I mean, I guess if people are prostitutes, they'll do it with anybody, you know. So I guess it's theoretically he could be invited. But if I was going to have a sex party, I just can't. The visual is too much for me, honey. Especially now when I got all these men online with these long slongs and things, child. He wants to see, you know. Well, although Puff Daddy was kind of cute when he was younger. If they're in a long-term relationship, who knows? Relationship don't have to be your primary relationship. A lot of men who are bisexual and still relationship oriented, that don't mean they go out on their wife and fuck everybody in the city. But they might have an affair outside of it, long-term affair outside of it. I met a man like that before. When he told me he was married, I said, "Oh no, honey, don't go breaking my heart. You couldn't if you tried." I don't have nothing to do with nobody. I'm a married man, honey. Really? So, South, it's customs and tradition. Baton Rouge is very close, but I haven't spent much time there. Beauty close to Baton Rouge. I haven't been to the South. When they said they were talking shit about me, but when they said first time I've been to Atlanta, this is the truth anywhere in the South. I mean, I have to come there to get here, but come through there, but that was it. I didn't stop. So maybe that's something on the bucket list. I liked Atlanta though. I was very impressed with Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know why they, all these cities, they always show the worst part, but Atlanta's gorgeous. Beautiful. Him being gay ain't my business, right? Well, the religious people, what they've done though, honey, they have tormented us so long. So many, they have tormented, they've treated gay people like they're less than, you know what? When I was a young person, I thought the Bible was about homosexuals. I couldn't believe it when I became an adult, honey. And I looked in and I said, well, where are they getting this from? The 2 lines? You got 2 lines, then you got 300 years later, somebody got 2 lines. All these different people who were writing this book, right? And then you act like that's the primary thing. It's not a primary thing. It's hardly even a passing thing. I sure did believe that though. I said, no, I ain't got no reason to be up in there, mama. I said, but your piano player's gay. I could always identify the people in the choir and so forth. Mm-hmm. What would an invitation to a sex party say? Raw. No, I think if TD Jakes was going to take his clothes off of somebody, I believe it'd probably be something more private than that. If you are the premier bishop or pastor in America, as far as black people go, I don't think you would expose your stuff like that to all of these prostitutes and so forth. I don't see it. Now, he may have some, if he is bisexual or he has had experiences, he'll probably want to be real close, keep that close to vest. I don't see it. A lot of stuff's coming out, though. We're constantly being surprised, and we're all just people. No matter how much they run around talking about, baby. Y'all see Sarita last week. She was so cute. She's there. I guess she had a problem with her knees or something like that. She said she was being healed, so she was walking around the stage. Healed. I said, girl. Then y'all listen to Benny Hinn. Benny Hinn said this has all been bullshit. Now, after he collected him a couple $100 million, he said, no, this has all been bullshit. This has all been what do they call it? When it's for the purpose, right? They justify what they do, but it was all lies as far as Benny Hinn and his healing. He was one of the biggest ones there was, honey. But after you get a couple $100 million, I guess you can come out and confess anything. That's why I don't know why Tyler want to stay in the closet for. Shit, I'm the boss, honey. The buck stops here. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. Mm-hmm. It ain't like we're going to plays and stuff anymore, Y'all ready? Y'all got any cheering? Who got young children? That's when Christmas was fun, honey. Getting packed, getting presents, new bicycles, roller skate. It's called a scam. What's a scam? Everything, so much scamming. People, a lot of them preachers, they go in with the best of intentions, right? But when people start handing you bags of money, it doesn't make you feel like, oh, I got bags of money. No, it only makes you hunger for more bags. Y'all see the examples on here, honey. The more they get, the more they want. TD Jakes at his church, they use wheelbarrows to collect the money, right? So he's going to tell them people whatever the hell they want to hear. It'll be interesting to see what he says on Sunday. But, his audience are heterosexual family. They have family values. That ain't really got nothing to do with God. It's got to do with your raising a family. So you want to think that if you say, oh, homosexual is bad, going to hell, that's going to change people from being gay to being straight. I mean, why would you even want to sentence someone to a life like that? If they are gay, they're going to go and pretend to be straight for the rest of their life. And there are some that do that. There's some that get married and all this kind of shit, knowing the marriage is going to be doomed because you're not really into her like that. And she's going to sense that. It's going to be a disaster. So why fake it? Why fake it till you make it, honey? Mm-hmm. But they're constantly catching them preachers and stuff. Before they started with all these lawsuits, people start suing everybody. You can depend on Larry Reed William McRae. They had somebody every week down with their drawers down. It's funny to me, honey. And they've become very wealthy people. Benny Hinn hit you with the jacket, baby. Oh, the hell. Watch out, he coming in a Honda. He coming in a Honda, baby. He's playing straight now, but I will be. Well, one of his sons got busted, right? Picking up a police officer. So are they saying that those ones are out now? So if they're out, good for them. The two oldest boys. I say it's good for them. I don't know how you can sit up in the house when they're talking all that religious shit. But we can be religious. If anything else comes from this situation, you're going to realize that this man has been gay or bisexual all this time. You have held him as a great preacher, great pastor, great teacher, and he has been all those things, right? So you're so concerned about what he does in the bedroom. I mean, why is he? What difference does it make? And hopefully in the future, people will realize, we crucified a lot of people because obviously the man is talented. I mean, as far as preachers go, I think he's one of the best. He's one of the best, whether he's gay, bisexual, straight, transgender, whatever he is, honey. Can he bring a word? Can he teach that book, honey? Charles Dawson, you going to Chicago too? Ooh, and it's cold there, yeah? Wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. Whether in New Orleans, Houston, or better yet, Chicago. It's got to be freeze that damn wind rip out there, knock your head off, Charles Dawson. They're in the dead of winter now, aren't they? Or soon to be. I only went there once. Call that man a power bottom. Ooh, they just so this internet is a mess, child. Power bottom. Plus, TDJ, he don't have no kind of body you'd be taking your clothes off. He got that big old top with the little bitty legs. I go, no, I just can't see it. I just can't. I'm sorry. That'd be a buzzkill, honey. Can you tell him to leave? They want muscles all over their body. They want biceps and triceps, honey. Unless you passing out some of them $1,000 bills, what difference will it make? Well, although they were dealing with Puff Daddy, he was dealing with prostitutes. So, I mean, a prostitute's job is to have sex, right? So it doesn't matter how you look. Tim, I've been hearing about TD Jakes rumors, and I certainly don't want to promote any false rumors. However, if it's true, he may need to apply his own famous words. Gay, thou art loose. Gay art loose. Poor guy. Whatever. Sarita's they've been dealing with that all, family secrets and all that. But they call a lot of these preachers, honey. If they're not with gay, I mean, sin is sin, right? So if they're with a male prostitute or a female prostitute, it should make no difference. But they're only interested in that gay, honey. That's all that. I told you they promote it as that's the primary thing in the Bible, honey. Something ain't got. It's easy when you're not gay. Shit. People are tribal. I mean, to a certain extent, I understand. Black people are going to have problems with white people. White people have problems with Chinese people. In New York, it's amazing because you go to each neighborhood is all these different cultures and so forth, right? And then the young people, they're always fighting each other and all that kind of stuff. That's what people are. So to some degree. But he's been talking pretty good lately. I haven't watched a television preacher in years, though. I just don't get it with religion because they were trying to convince me that I needed this. I needed this to know God. I needed that to know the book. And actually, I could read the book, right? That ain't had no effect on my relationship with God. I still pray to the same God. Same God still keeps me. If I never hear another preacher in life, honey, right? But whatever. I don't want to criticize other people's faith, what they believe in. I like church. I like church. But he does give one good bit of advice. His stance now is homosexual people, find people who will celebrate you and not tolerate you. And that's the truth, right? From the first time I went to a church that was predominantly black and gay, I was home, right? I ain't got to go in there with fear and trembling, putting on the whole armor of God, child. Right? So people just go to their own denominations, their own faith, their own beliefs. But you can still, my pastor, she's a bishop, but she preaches out of the book. There's a whole lot of good stuff in the book, honey. You go find what 22 things, child, please. All them thousands of pages, child, all them goddamn killing. They're killing from the first page all the way to the end, honey. Thou shalt not kill, but yet we're killing everybody. Whatever. You have to visit Chicago when it's warmer? Yes. You go over there and visit the 5-8. This is a visit next year. Along with San Francisco, Charles Dawson, please come and visit me when you're in San Francisco. All you do is call me. Call me. They didn't have to call him out. They didn't have to call you. I agree, Angie Dickinson. Why'd you call that man a power bottom, honey? They couldn't leave it alone, right? These youngsters are something else, y'all. I have to constantly remind myself. I say, okay, these are young people. All right? They ain't got no respect for nothing, honey. Because T.D. Jakes, I mean, I think the man is entitled to some degree of respect. Just because of who he is. Because of what he's done. But they'll flip on him just like they flipped on Eddie Long. People got to believe in something, honey. Right? They say, how you going to preach this shit for the last 30 years and now you're going to tell us that you've been on one all this time? You know, and they saying you wear, and one of them said that he used to wear wigs. I remember when he used to wear wigs. I said, okay, we don't went off to La La Land now, child. T.D. Jakes not a drag queen girl. Next, they're gonna be having memes with him in women's underwear and things. This internet stuff is dangerous, child. Don't put your faith in people. Put your faith in God. It's a wonderful experience. I think that's what a preacher's job is, to bring people to Christ. Let God work it out. Let him work it out spiritually, the unseen thing. What's your spiritual life like? Right? I know when I was out there, honey, I was nasty. Ooh, sometimes it, never mind. This new book I'm writing, I know I just released one, but I never stopped writing, just one after another. But this one is based in reality of this hotel where I used to sell drugs at, right? It's a little different because it's fictionalized, but it's based on those places and the characters. And it's kind of fun. I'm able to stroll back through there and a lot of memories come back, but it's total fiction. Apparently somebody doesn't like drug dealers and they are killing all of them. What did I get on this thing about killing people? I don't know. But the theme of these last 3 books has been about murder mysteries, honey. It's been a part of the American dream. I like working them out, though. You know, it's just a fun thing to do. Most people don't know what a power bottom. When you experience one of them, Nikki B, woo! I said, hey. Look, check us out, partner. I'm not doing no more fucking. You can go. Come on, put the head in. Just put the head. Honey. You didn't got all the meat you're gonna get tonight. Get the fuck out of my house. Then I gotta bring out Lucille. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. Put your panties on, go, bitch. Throw me over here. There you go. Right there. Hit it. Girl, what are you? You are a sex instructor? No, You're passive. Be passive. Let a man be a man, even if he is the queen. I'm coming to San Francisco. I'll be okay, Charles Dawson. I'll be excited to see you. I don't know who that woman was, though. She was so sweet. This lady, she brought 2 of her church friends. They were coming to San Francisco. We went out and they had dinner, and they treated me to. I usually don't let people treat me to dinner, but they did. We had a fabulous time. And when I got, and she gave me a package with all this sugar-free stuff because I'm diabetic. She was showing me all this stuff you can get this and keto or whatever. All it was wonderful. And then I lost touch with her. It could be that though, because she had that phone number. I hope I'm not hanging up on her, but I always hang up on everybody. I don't use my house phone no more. I only use the house phone to call out. All those memories got me back busting. The memories come back. I guess, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. When I dream, when I sleep, I take trazodone, which puts me into a deeper sleep. And I always end up in some goddamn thing that happened back in those days. I was a dope fiend for 17 years, right? Always people trying to kill you and cops after you and all this kind of stuff. But I dream like that every night. So when I wake up, I'm just so happy to be in my own house, not hiding from nobody. But I had some good times too. You know, it's life. You live your life and you pay the cost. If you want to do that life, you got to pay the price, honey. And I certainly did. Did you like Cary Grant? Who is Cary Grant? You mean the actor? Cary Grant, the actor, was he gay too? And there are a lot of them. You know, back then everybody had to be in the closet. And very rarely you found people in any kind of public or show business or anything. They never came out. Not when they're gonna be movie stars. Power bottom. Ooh. That girl said she saw him in a wig though. That just took me out. I said, okay, this is going to be stupid, child. They go poor Sarita Jakes got to put up with this shit, honey. Because everybody's online. I mean, they hear what you say. All they got to do is wake up in the morning and put their name in there and see what the people are talking about. So they'll even hear about people like us. You know, these bloggers. These bloggers are becoming like the news. I mean, I very rarely have. Some days I don't even turn the TV on. In fact, I don't think I ever turn the TV on. It's always through one of these streaming services or YouTube. That's the way entertainment is now. It's all interactive, honey. No more sitting around watching the same 4 channels. Oh, wait a minute. We'll pass on the experience of a power bottom, Tim. Not interested in taking a trip on the Hershey Highway. You don't want to take a trip on the Hershey Highway. Well, let's hope that the power bottoms be clean, honey. The power anything. I don't know nobody pushing me around, Jeff. They have a new mini series about Cary Grant's life. They have a new mini series about where at? Cary Grant's life. Is it a real story? Or are they going to dress it up Hollywood style? Whitewash it. Let me see. They're doing everybody's story on Netflix. Everybody you damn near think of. Everybody got everybody's got a book. Everybody's got a documentary. Or a whole lot of people, I should say. First Bishop child, they start digging into, if that is true, any parts of that are true, they'll start digging into Bishop Jakes like they did Eddie Long, right? They will. They'll turn on him. A lot of people want to. They want his position. They'll turn on him too, honey. Whatever. It's still the worst thing in the world. Oh my God! You touch one. You touch one. They'll come after him for hypocrisy, and they'll show old clips of some of the things he said. You know, I'm just glad I'm not dependent on what people say. You know, I recognize what people are, but why would you be hanging around with somebody like Puff Daddy anyway? I mean, if he want to get saved, he can come to your church. And you gotta go. What are you going to his parties for and stuff? You're surrounded by nothing but sinners. So I'm not gonna say a whole lot about that. I mean, I respect Jake's. I ain't gonna try to make it worse, but we have to see what happens with the story. This thing is so fast. Some shit happened on Monday already. You know, it's viral by Tuesday and all that stuff. Ooh, Most men like booty play. They need to be honest. They ain't gonna be honest with that stuff, honey. No, the homie's gonna hear it. That's why that goddamn Christian, he kept saying, I didn't do nothing, no. I didn't do nothing. They wanted me to do something. I didn't do nothing. Why are you talking? Close your mouth. It doesn't happen. Why are you talking? Worst thing. Baby, I went to prison 10 times. I know about the men and what they're capable of. I'll never do that. I'll never do that. Oh, I don't come up with that bullshit, bro. I don't fuck around and all that. Child. Let them motherfucking white men tell you 10 years, 20 years. You will never see a woman again, please. Men have sex, honey. Women have sex. They say really something in women's prisons. Because women are more relational. They go in there and they get married in prison. One of my best girlfriends, a little white girl, I ain't gonna say her name, but she loved men on the street, right? She like abusive men. She like kind of these rough guys, but she like loved men. When she came out of prison, she had a girlfriend. Honey, the girlfriend was walking around with his pants sagging, a butch quick with a pants sagging and all that. She was just as much in love with him as she was with the guys on the street. So we are sexual beings, whatever. I just don't have the arguments no more. I don't have it in me. I'll check out the Cary Grant's like Angie Dixon. You know what it's on? It's on BritBox. Okay, BritBox. So I no subscriptions. I just saw that this thing I've been watching called Succession on Max. I got Max because I wanted to see Sopranos again, and now I'm stuck with them. But they had a thing called Succession about his rich family, rich guy picking out of his children who's going to succeed him. But they're demons, honey. It's fun. But I saw that it was also on BritBox. I said, wait a minute, that's not her. So this was all apparently a European movie first, and they adapted it. They do a lot of things like that. They want to know the winning formula, so they keep repeating the same stuff over and over again. True story on BritBox. Okay. Most men like that booty play. Ooh. And these black men like them big asses, baby. You got to have some booty, honey. They don't like that flat stuff. And then the white folks are total opposite. They want to be slim and trim. They kill themselves trying to be skinny, honey. Skinnier the better. Smaller titties the better. People like all kinds of stuff. I heard in Africa, some of the places where everybody's skinny because of malnutrition, they love a big woman, honey. That means she's healthy. She's healthy. That's what they used to say in prison. She healthy. She healthy. Baby got backs. Then they're getting all these girls getting a bazillion butt lifts and all that. They want more, honey. They even have a few gay men to get these butt lifts. It's terrible to me. You're skinny all the way down. You got the gray, big old booty, child. Don't it hurt when you sit down? I have Max every now and then. Something good will come on. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to, but I mean, I think it was $3.99. They had those teaser rates. I wanted to see The Sopranos, so it's a $3.99 sign up. But you got to watch all them goddamn commercials. I hate commercials. So I tried to go back and say, well, how much is it with no commercials? But they don't let me back. They don't let me upgrade it. But I see they have a lot of movies on there too. I do like series though. When you can binge watch something, just watch it all day. Netflix specializes in that, but they haven't done anything decent in a while. Netflix, in my opinion, same old stuff because everybody was on strike, so they didn't have a lot of new stuff. Succession is loosely based on Rupert. Yeah, that's right. I identified that the first scene, honey. Succession is loosely based off Rupert Murdoch's family. Right. They have a big entertainment conglomerate, whatever. He owns newspapers, television. The show seems to be suggesting that television is going the way that newspapers went, honey. But he's yet holding on. I do think television is not nearly what it was. I don't watch nothing on TV. Times keep changing. Everything must change. Nothing and no one stays the same. There are not many things in life you can be sure of, except rain falls from the sky. Hummingbirds, they fly. Take that, Nikki B. Oh, no, not the singing, honey. Yes, child, the singing, baby. Uh-huh. More, more, more. How do you like it? How do you like it? More, more, more. And if you want to know how I really feel, get the camera rolling. Baby, you know my love for you is real. Mm-hmm. So y'all got any ideas on what the angle is of this child, Christian? What is he? What is he? How, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what does he have to gain by this exposing, is playing this game, but he can't say the name, but everybody knows who he is. Why is he doing that though? I don't understand it. Does he think this is going to intimidate Tyler Perry? He said he was inspired by Cassie's story. I don't think Tyler Perry is going to be cutting fat checks, child, because you expose him, right? Unless he didn't kill somebody or rape somebody or done something to somebody, child. You just running your mouth. I'm trying to figure out, what do you gain from that though? Particularly when you work for him. How does that work? Or is this all a publicity stunt? Lips gorgeous. Money grab, Tim. It's a money grab. Well, he sort of got people I didn't know who the hell he was. I mean, everybody recognized that cross on his chest, and he shows it to everybody. If you put his name in Google, they'll show you just picture after picture. He's always got his clothes off, child. But yet he's so offended because somebody offered him $100,000 to take it off. You're taking it off for free. You're taking it off on every damn show you do, right? You're putting too much on that little winger or whatever the hell you got, child. They're looking at the muscles and all that kind of stuff. Then you write a book about male strippers. Isn't that what the show's about? What's called it? The Queens. The Queen, all the Queen's men. I watched the trailer here on YouTube. It looks like it's pretty interesting. You got a gangster chick. It looks a little bit like the other one. What was the other one? Where they had the Pank. What was that called? The Pank. They had a gay boy running the strip club. It looks a lot like that in the trailer. In fact, the one who played the mother in that show, y'all know. What's that show about the strip clubs? I know you know. Anyway, except for it's about money. I mean, it's about men. And it's about ladies, but men are the strippers. The reverse. Mm-hmm. Money to help you with lawsuit. To help with the lawsuit. Are they getting money to help with the lawsuit? He seems to be enjoying himself. He came on all tragic. I don't know if I'll ever recover. All that old weak ass shit, child. A boy got to use what he got to get just what he wants. Now there it is. Child, after you told me that you walking in, you are meeting these people and you're recording them, you have secret agent shit on you, pins and T-canes and all that kind of stuff. It tells me what kind of character you are, sir. Right? Everything is a get over, because you don't go into a room to record people with secret agent pins and stuff. You don't do that unless you want to gather information that you can use against them at a later time. It speaks to your whole character, right? It probably, if we look into you, we'll find other stunts where you have done this to other people. Or why would you be walking around with microphones on you? You know, a lot of these people, they ain't not no fucking victims. They take it, they see these gay men, they tease them, he's always got his clothes off. You tease these men, and then you trap them. They start kicking cars out their ass and all this kind of stuff, right? It's just part of it. It's temporary though. Maybe you ain't even gonna look like that in 5 years, because I think he's a handsome guy. But that time is that beauty, that physical beauty is fleeting. So I guess he needs to cash in. Who said the notorious name? Swirl Girl? Walter Hampton being out of Tyler. He got over 1 million views for that one. Well, will we ever experience a day when people are not thinking that being gay is the worst thing in the world? It ain't the worst thing in the world, honey. It's so much better in the last 20 years. So much better, but the people still got a long way to go as far as their prejudice and so forth. Especially men, these straight men, they got to get over it, honey. I've known a lot of straight men in my life, particularly in my street life. People who are secure with themselves, they don't give a fuck about that. They don't. It's just business, right? It's these homophobes, honey. Oh, don't look at me like that. Don't look, the ugliest motherfucking girl. Wait a minute. I don't know why the ugly was child. Always accusing somebody looking at their ass. Nobody wants you, or male, female, or dog. Does anyone really care if you're gay or not? I guess some do. It's a pitiful way to live your life, because we ain't going nowhere. It's like people who all they do is talk about what the white man doing to them. I said, child, they ain't going nowhere. So you're sentencing yourself to a life of misery, because every time you go out your goddamn door, there they are, and there we are. Right? You gotta figure it out. You want to be happy. Jabberjaws. What's going on, Justin? Why you call me Jabberjaws? That was my name, Jabber. I wonder why. Maybe that's why I can talk on here, because I talk too damn much. Okay, Tim, is you always touching your nose, a dope fiend tick? Touch my nose? I never touch my nose, do I? No, I'm not no booger picker. And do you realize you're actually touching your nose that much? When I do like this, I don't remember touching I ain't touching my damn nose. Are you tripping, Justin? Justin never says die, honey. Go out Christmas shopping. You need release. He is creative, so God be okay. Is that what it is? Copy for everything. Uncle Tim makes up his lyrics to classic songs. In other words, fuck it, don't fuck it up. Right? He destroyed our music. Believe it or not, I wanted to be what I get. Ooh, thank you. I love that sound, honey. I love that sound, baby. Don't y'all be ashamed now at the Cash App. Don't be ashamed. Thank you, Brooks. Brooklyn Nisita. Thank you. Merry Christmas. I don't care if he's young or old. My oldest daughter is a lesbian and waited until she was 20s to come out. Well, coming out is always tough with people. I don't think I've even discussed anything about gay life or anything with my family. I don't think in 30 years. It never even comes up. They know I'm gay. I mean, they've known since I was 19. When I came out. But what are you talking? What is there to say about it? You get any trade last night? No, girl. People ask me sometimes, how did your family react to you coming out and being gay and all this? Because I'm from a big family in Indiana. I said, to tell you the truth, I never asked them. Baby, when I was gone, I hit California. That was it. I ain't never asked them how you feel or what do you feel about me being. I think the first time I went back home, I had to be 20 years old, and I went to a family reunion, and I got this energy from the men, because we have, the men. I felt like they were judging me. I felt judged, right? And that was the last time. Oh no, honey. I love who loves me. No, I ain't got no problem with them. I mean, that was years and years and years ago. And that was about finding out. That's always a little bit of a trip, but I'm cool with everybody. I need to go back home to Indiana, really, and visit. But I'm close to my nuclear family, my sisters. I got sisters, mother. That's interesting. No, it's interesting. Thank you. Your family never discussed that with you. Well, of course, my mother did. I mean, I was raised by a single mother, right? I had a single mother and two sisters. I don't think I said very much with my sisters. They stopped calling me faggot. You know, when I was young, that's when we get in fights. My older sister, she called me faggot. But after they knew that I actually was that child, they stopped calling me that. But all that stuff happened in your early 20s, your teens, you know. But yeah, my mom, you know, she had her little trip, but they got over it, I think, in the first year or so. And plus, I wasn't there, so I didn't have those kind of challenges. My grandmother, I love my grandmother. She's passed now, but yeah, she had her religious views and all that. But basically, we agreed on everything else. So people get over it. It's shocking when they first land up. A lot of times they do know. I mean, there was always hints and stuff like that. I was not a particularly feminine person, but your family knows. Then they live with you, you know. Said, damn, you should have had a girlfriend, at least one by now. One time, my best friend, I had his sister. I paid her. You come over my house and pretend you're my girlfriend, right? Get these niggas off my back, right? So she came over and act like we were. She didn't take the money, but she came over and pretended to be my girlfriend. I was so glad to be out of there, honey. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but I didn't belong there. Oh, you sent me a cash app? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Charles Dawson. Let me see. Sure did. Thank you for Merry Christmas. That's nice. Would you say that you were born this way? Would I say that I was born this way? Yep, I do. I believe that. I don't know when I mean, I remember knowing about it when I was 8 years old, but I'd probably always been that way. You just come into understanding yourself, you know. I mean, nobody comes out of the womb, you know, knowing if they're straight or gay. I don't even know what that is. But nature will present itself. In my opinion, this is something created by God. It keeps happening. We don't reproduce, but it keeps happening, right? That means in nature. When you deny nature, you're denying God's creation, and you're basing it on some ancient book that a bunch of men wrote. It's wrong. It's crazy. But I have peace in my heart, honey. It's just part of maturing. That hasn't been an issue with me, though, since I was in my early 20s. What people think. I don't care what they think. Now my whole damn generation before me, they're all gone. They're all passed away. Hell, I'm 65. That means they be 85. So when I go back to Indiana, I don't hardly know any of those people. I don't know them. I've been out here 40-something years. And now they're 40-year-old men. So men and women. So I have to get myself acquainted with who's your mama, you know. Who's your daddy? Okay, I know him. And plus, when you go back there to Indiana, I mean, they're so far apart. The suburbs, you're gonna get some damn milk. You got to drive for half an hour to get milk. It's like that, you know. You can't. It's not like we're all together or anything like that. You want to visit one? Okay, take the whole day to go across town to visit somebody else, right? So I just don't have a great desire to go back there. I will probably. I ain't going back in the winter. That's out. Okay. Honest question. Do you think if you had a family structure rearing that you might not be getting no? I don't think it makes any difference at all. I know plenty of people got mother and father. It don't make no difference at all, huh? Nope. I used to think when I was younger, I would say, well, I'm around all these women. I don't have a father. I have a mother and I have two sisters, So I don't have a male influence, but that's bullshit. That, honey, I've always been gay. It's the way it is. I remember once I didn't know my father's family, but once I was downtown with my mother, and she said, that's your father's brother, right? And he was gay. So obviously gay, right? And so from then I figure, well, maybe it just runs in family. Maybe it's in my DNA. I stopped asking. Who cares, honey? God made me. He made me who I am. I think there's something beautiful in it. I really do. I like all kind of people though. I don't think everybody got to be like me and talk like me and look like me. Everybody got to have babies because I got babies. It's unfortunate the case for many young men and women who struggle with their sexuality, and I am with you in that regard. That love and support everyone. God doesn't make mistakes. Hell, God ain't made no mistake like this. Y'all ever been to the gay parade? Child, there's hundreds and thousands in every city. You know, it's from God. It's from nature. You'll see it in animal kingdom. You see it in us. It's natural. If people would get their face out of the book and trying to make everything match the book, honey, look at God. Look around you. Talk to people. So I think the internet has opened up people to learning about other kind of people. Oh, thank you, Justin. Never said die. Homophobic people always blame TV and film for making people gay. And little rainbows. There was no openly gay people shown on TV and film. Uncle Tim was growing up. So Uncle Tim being gay destroys these homophobic folks' narrative. Honey, everybody around me was straight. And it didn't make no difference at all. It ain't make no difference, yeah. I remember trying to hide it when I was youngster, right? Don't show no. One time I was in my mama's house, me and my cousins, we were listening to James Brown because James Brown was coming to town for 99 cents. And we were listening to his music and we were dancing, right? And my aunt came in the room and she said, and Timothy's a sissy. I said, what? She thought I didn't hear her. I said, oh, shit, I know what that means. I think I was 8 or 9 years old at that time. How did you handle? You are affiliated with church now. Are you speaking to God Before Everything or me, Charles Dawson? No, it says at God Before Everything. Okay. You're finding a place that supports you. And I think it's important that people who support you, who are like-minded, that can be in any community, honey, right? Our church is gay. Our pastor or our bishop, she's probably one of the best known bishops, gay bishops in America. She worked in Barack Obama's White House. So I'm getting good teaching. Teaching is basically the same, except for you take that thing out. You got to believe in something. I'm saying my big thing is when I got delivered from drugs, you have to be there to understand it. What that was huge for me. Not only because I was hooked, I was a drug addict. Because when I was in prison, I was a drug addict, right? But it was because that's how I made a living. The only money I had ever seen in my life was drug money. It was easy, right? So I had to give up a whole lot of stuff, child. Give up sex, gave up everything. And only God can do that, honey. It had to happen on the inside. So when God delivered me, honey, you have my respect forever. You have my worship forever. Right? So in the beginning, because I read the book every day when I was in prison, I would read the book. When I got out, I stopped reading the book, right? And I think, God, I need help because I just can't get back into that Bible. Now, you know the story. I don't know why people feel like they got to keep reading the same book for their whole life and back over and over. You must be slow learners, honey. Anyway, so I said, no, maybe Holy Ghost is telling me that, no, I don't want you in the book. I want you to love me and respect me. I want you to trust me. Right? And God has been faithful to me. Faithful, honey. I can't tell you how many times I relapsed when I was in LA. Took the taste right out of my mouth. Mm-hmm. You are my Lord forever. I wouldn't give a damn what they say. What happened, Justin? You have been hit on by multiple gay men in your lifetime. I just told him, I'm not interested, bro, in that. It was a simple, no violence, no disrespect. That's right. Not into it. I'm straight. You know, if you're secure with yourself, you ain't gonna make no big deal out of it. Some people, it's a huge thing. Oh, don't talk to me like that. Or doing this Christian shit. Christian, I think he needs to get over it because he is really selling his body and his sexuality. Right? When I went and looked him up and I saw all those naked pictures, I said, God damn, nigga, put your shirt on. But yeah, you're so offended because somebody offered you $100,000, take your shirt off. Well, you're giving the example that it shouldn't have been no big deal to you. And it wasn't, I'm sure, at the time. But of course, like you say, I didn't do nothing. No, I stood strong. I stood strong as a black man. I was a strong black man. Girl, I just asked you a question. Go on somewhere. That offer might have been a joke at a party. Obviously, he seems to have a problem with alcohol too. You over here, you go into people's houses and crashing on their bed, right? That means you're drunk as a skunk, honey. I can't say your name, baby. Lost, what is it? Lost brain cell, son, YouTube. Tim, how do you feel about these new parents exposing their kids to gender neutrality? They present a dress and pants and colors for their sons and daughters to choose. I'm against this. I don't. Baby, if you are transgender, then you feel like inside like a girl from very early on, right? Right. So if you recognize that in your child, you want your children to be happy, well balanced. I don't think you're going to turn anybody straight or gay because of what color they chose. Your son likes red instead of blue. People get the impression that we're so powerful that everything that is done is going to make you something, make you people. When you get turned, who turns? What I'll say, African American brothers, they will say, "Who turned you out? Who turned you out?" I said, "Girl, I ain't might turn me out, nigga. I've been sucking on one since I had a pacifier. Go on." People trying to understand this. Maybe you don't have to understand everything. Maybe that is it. So, lost brain cell. I don't know. I have an opinion about that. I think being a transgender person, though, is a unique experience. I can't really speak on what that feels like. Right. I would say you're not going to change this boy's desire to play with dolls if he wants to play with dolls. You're not going to make him something that he's not. Right. Now, you can try to control him and give him values and stuff when they're kids. I mean, I'm not a parent, so I can't really speak on that. But you can try to teach them things, but you don't try to change people and think you have the power. And the reason why he's not gay is because of my strong hand. Your strong hand has no effect on that at all, honey. You can beat them until they're damn near dead. They're still going to be gay. Right? It's just the way it is. It's just life. It's natural. If people could just get to that, it's natural, honey. God damn, what do you think? It's an accident? People can have an accident every 3 or 4. Whatever. I ain't got all the answers to everything, child. And I never raised no children. I don't like telling people how to raise their children when I ain't never raised them. I don't know anything about the experience, right? I know they get real difficult when they get to be preteens. And then my mama used to say, start smelling themselves and things. Sit down somewhere. God damn it. That's part of growing up, becoming leaving being a child and being a man. So I guess parents do the best they can, honey. I know my parents did the best you could. What else can I do? What else can I, whatever. Oh, any church either, but my spiritual life is stronger than it's ever been. Right. Oh, I love that, Charles Dawson. You're not affiliated with any church. Well, we're fortunate here in the Bay Area because we have several gay churches. San Francisco used to be the gay mecca. All the gays came here. I mean, they go to other big cities too, but I think I'm fortunate to actually have churches that here that are people like myself, like-minded people, right? And so that makes a difference. But I'm not really getting my spiritual from there. I mean, we worship, and I enjoy that part. I think it's a necessary part of life to worship the one that made you. But primarily, it's about community. Where you get community. I mean, that's why I don't have to go to no AA meetings or NA meetings or Crystal Method Anonymous meetings or any kind of thing like that, right? Because I get my community and my support from my church. We don't talk about drugs. Shit, most of them don't even know what meth is, right? It's just about connecting with God, staying with like-minded people. That's it. But of course, most cities don't have that yet. We have conference. What the hell is the conference called? I never went to none of the meetings, but there are gay churches all over America, and they get together. What is it called now? Oh shit! I've been in that church for 27 years. I still don't remember the name of the conference where they all come together. So they're all over the country. So you got to find them, seek them out. I went to several before I found that one. But as soon as I went in there, I said, well, this is home. This is home, honey. Thank you, Lost Brain Cell. I'm sorry I don't have a better answer for you. I just don't know. I haven't experienced that. You were a platonic friend of T.S. Eve. Wasn't that T.S. Madison's best friend? Yeah, you said it right there. Okay. She was T.S. Madison's best friend up until Tracy died. Okay. Yeah, I heard of her, T.S. Eve. Doesn't T.S. Madison got a picture of her going up her steps? A painting? I think so. I think she inherited a lot of her stuff. I got to figure out who I'm going to give all this shit to. I mean, I'm a collector, so I think I have some decent stuff. But I don't have family here. My nephew who lives here, he could be less interested in decorations. And strangely, all the people I know, none of them are really into that kind of stuff. So we'll see. Maybe find some kind of charity. I'll still be buying, even though I know I'm getting close to the edge, honey. Atlanta is the new Mecca. Atlanta's the new Mecca for Black people. That's refreshing, you know. Yeah, but you can be gay anywhere these days. They got gay straight alliances in high schools and all that. It's progression. I don't think God ever intended us to stay the same people we were in the damn desert when there was only 3 or 4 people on the planet. Right. So go back and find books about that. You know, what somebody said 6,000 years to another person in the desert, child. I don't think that was any intention. I think we're intended to progress. Why? Because that's what happens. We get smarter. People today are certainly more smart than people who were wiping their ass with leaves. Right? Progression. Charles Dawson, will I be going out on the town on Christmas Eve or day? Well, Christmas Day, I've invited. We're going to go and see The Color Purple. It comes out on Christmas Day. So I'm going with, I think it's 6 people. Same people that were here for Thanksgiving, you know. But I'm looking forward to that. Maybe we'll stop by. I don't go to bars or clubs or anything like that. So probably we'll have dinner somewhere and go to the movie. But that's it for me, Charles Dawson. You see, I ain't got no Christmas tree, nothing. I ain't got no man, honey. The only time I go out and buy Christmas trees and all that stuff was when I was with somebody. Get my Squeenie. I'm gonna get my Squeenie. What can I get him? A little tiny doggy tree. I don't know. He can celebrate. You remember that? But what was that Zeus thing where they put the horns, the antlers on the little dog? Was that the Grinch who stole Christmas, honey? Get him big old ass antlers. Come on, dog. Come on. Do that to my Squeenie dog. He can celebrate. It's too damn heavy. Baby, I got some heavy things in here, honey. I mean, physically heavy. I don't know if you can see from this side, but most of this over here. But I have, like, I started collecting these pedestals. I got probably 15 pedestals in just this room alone, plus my bedroom. I just like to collect them. Some of them, a few years ago, I started getting them. They were all stone. It's funny, you can't see any of them from here. There's one over there, what those guys are on. All those are stone. But I collect them. So when you're in an apartment, basically, you know, if you strip this place down, you got a place for a couch, a place for your TV. If you're going to really get into decorating, I just find it more useful to use pedestals because they don't take up any space. It's not like the big pieces of furniture, right? And so I started collecting them a long time ago. Yeah, I hate to see them go, but, you know, I still buy things. The last thing I got was this. You can't see that either. Whatever. When you decorate a room, you decorate it coming into the room, not going out of the room, right? So the last thing was is behind there. There's a settee now. It's like this behind the table there, because when I had Thanksgiving dinner, I had to use 2 folding chairs there. It looked silly, awkward. So I said, no, what if I get a bench back there? So I got that settee. It never stops with me. As soon as everything's finished, I'll find something else. I'm blessed when I don't go out and shop, but I don't need anything. I mean, you know. And now I've gotten so lazy, I just do everything online now. Do I miss not having a partner? Hell yes. Everybody wants to be loved, honey. Do I have the patience to have another one? Depends on the person. But I haven't even talked to a man like that in so long. I think the last time I was in the Castro, and some guy picked me up waiting on the train there, and somebody picked me up, right? And the guy, with everything he would say, I would start giggling like I was a little girl again. He would say things, sexual things, but it had been so many years that I didn't even know how to respond to him. He said, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah." I feel like a little girl. I lost my mojo, honey. But I don't do any of that anymore. It's so great when you get to be older and you don't have the same, you don't need as much, right? You don't need the validation from other men. You don't need to feel cute and all that. But we all had our time. I enjoyed it when I was doing it. Of course, the drugs helped. You going to see The Color Purple too on Christmas Day with friends while I'm here in New Orleans? You loving New Orleans? Now, I wouldn't mind going to see that. The Mardi Gras and all that, but I don't drink. So I'll probably be pretty bored when everybody around me is drunk and high and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't have much desire to travel. What was it? Last year I came into some money because of some family issue. And all I did was buy more statues, girl. Don't you want to go somewhere? Nope. I don't have no desire at all, honey. Lead me to the consignment store, baby. Most of my stuff now, Swirl Girl, I get from Amazon. From Wayfair. Right? Wayfair has low end all the way up to high end to extremely high end. You just got to know how to shop. Before, I would always get everything from used stores and stuff like that. But pretty much everything in here came from Wayfair. It's a very first of all, they just gave you credit so easy. I said, well, every time I pay something off, let me find something else, you know. So that all came from COVID because I couldn't get out anymore. And then a lot of the stores, furniture stores and stuff like that, they don't exist here anymore. Right? This even started happening before COVID. Got expensive, and a lot of business just went out and never came back. The area where there used to be the design area, there's not even one store over there anymore. They started building all these damn these new buildings, condominiums and stuff. Well, if you can build, 20 stories on the same lot that had a little junk store on it, people sell it, they sell it. So it's not about furniture anymore. I have all the furniture I need. It's about, I do like statues and things. Sometimes, you just move, all you got to do is move things around in your own house. Shit, I got busted things all over in my trunks, under my bed. Yeah, that Color Purple, and then they got all these controversy about when they were talking about Color Purple and the situation between Whoopi and Oprah, and situation between Taraji and the money. All these things are making us talk about the Color Purple, which happens to be opening day after tomorrow, right? So we don't know how much these people, publicity people, all the tricks they use to get people to watch their stuff or to get promotion. That's their job, right? We've been talking about it. Now they kind of make some beef between Oprah and Whoopi Goldberg. Why didn't you invite her? Why didn't you invite her? You must hate her. You jealous. You jealous. No reason to be jealous, honey. God damn. But I think a lot of this stirred up by, and then this internet stuff, They got the good bishop being a power bottom and all the girl. I say, damn. He went from being gay one day, next day he's a power bottom girl. What y'all gonna do? They gonna put him in drag next, honey. Watch the memes. If y'all see a meme like that, remember, say, that's what Uncle Tim said was gonna happen. Not much for drinker either. Oh, you're blessed you can drink without being a drinker, hard drinker. All my drinking took place in my 20s. I went out every single night. It was just about work, get off work, go to happy hour. But I call myself an alcoholic. When I broke up with my partner, I was devastated. So I started going to meetings. It didn't work. Justin, wait, are you drinking today? He said the light-skinned mixed brothers aren't in style anymore. They go out of style. Justin, you a light-skinned brother yourself. Oh, you say they ain't pay me no mind. I don't think people go out of the color of your skin goes out of style. Everybody's somebody's type, honey. Some people they're gonna always like dark-skinned men. Some people are gonna always like light-skinned men, light-skinned women. Some guys are gonna like big women. Some guys are gonna like skinny women, short, tall. Everybody likes something. So you're gonna be out of style for the people you're around, but believe me, somebody out there likes you. Mm-hmm. Y'all done went out of style, honey. Let me see. I need to send you $1 for me. Who going to Vegas? God before everything? Enjoy your freedom. I don't even look at people. When you're young, it didn't take that much, especially in the gay community. I mean, I live in the Castro. You will walk a block, you see some guy, you turn around and he give you, oh, what's going on? That doesn't happen when you get to be older, honey. Right. So it's just a lot of this stuff is just about getting older. They want something hot and young, and plus they got so much energy, cruising, all that stuff. I love it when we're cruising together. The music is made for love. Cruising is made for love. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Oh my God. I've been on here an hour and a half. Lord, I ain't made a video for an hour and a half, child, in years, honey. Thank y'all for coming in on today. They said, oh, he long-winded today, child. We usually wrap at an hour. I have been single for about 7 years, and it's starting to get scary. But you're going to have your lonely days, you know. You got to go out more, Justin. Go out there and meet some people, honey. Merry Christmas, people. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Some of us are going to be so excited about Christmas Eve, and some people just want to get it over with, honey. Look at Dickie B. Dickie B, stop showing out. Dickie B said, Tim, you always like white men. What's it got to do with anything, Dickie B? Everybody likes something, Nikki B. You don't get to choose that either. You don't get to choose what you like. You just like it. I don't know why I like you. I don't know why I like you, baby. Yeah, baby, yeah. But you are correct. When I was out there, I was doing a lot of white guys. That started early on, long before sex. It was the monkeys. Well, the monkeys, I don't know that they would, they turned me into anything, but that was the first time I realized that I was attracted to men, was watching the monkeys. I think it came out in 1969, but 1969, 1970, which is the same time right before my puberty, right? And those were my first crushes. So it kind of stayed that way. People like what they like, honey. I got friends that just only likes Latin guys. They go to Latin bars. I have my best friend, honey. He likes bears, and he's not interested in anybody who's not big. He likes big black men. So that's what he likes. Is, we get too much into what other people like, honey. Just like what you like, Just asking you, Snow Queen. I just gave you the explanation, Nikki B. But in the last 15 years, honey, it's not been an issue since I don't fuck around. I was wild about that guy, Peter. What was it? Peter, David, all of them, honey. I used to run to the TV, sit there and watch. There wasn't no black people on TV at that time, right? Now, a lot of people, first you covet before you start having physical attraction. Even you covet, right? So it could have been because we got bused. I got bused in 8th grade, right? So I was around basically all white people. We got bused out to a white neighborhood. And so those would be the first people I would be attracted to between the television and that. Who knows? Other people are exposed to the exact same thing, honey, and they don't have the same type. It's just about what do you like? I mean, what difference does it make, really? But it's similar to being gay. I like what I like, honey. I like that sausage, baby. Anyway, I got to get out of here. You never dated a white person, Nikki P? Somehow or other, I sense that. There are several like yourself. That's all right. Most people like their own race. I mean, but it's not exclusive. You don't get nothing is 100% of anything, right? You never dated a white person. Well, if you're not attracted to them, why would you date them? Anyway, I don't care if you call me a Snow Queen, but I should get something out the deal, though, honey. Send me one. Send me one, Nikki B. You smell like white chicken. Okay, you being that. Nikki B, get your ass in the Christmas spirit. What kind of Christmas spirit is that? All white people smell like wet chickens? Come on now. Oh, then wet dog. Okay, that's it. That's it. Y'all have a wonderful Christmas, honey. This spirit here don't seem too Christmassy, child.